In today's video, we're going to discuss the overall market and get you prepared for tomorrow's CPI data. All right, the inflation report is going to be announced. We're also going to be looking at some stocks you should be keeping in your watch list, along with doing an update on some of the stocks I've mentioned in the last video. Alright, y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the NASDAQ futures, all right? And so far, the market is giving us dojis. Y'all see doji number one right here on the 11th, and then another doji today. Tomorrow, I think we're gonna see a massive move because of the inflation report, all right? For the sake of this video, let's actually look at that. Let's go here. Perfect. All right, let's look at that. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to pick a side, meaning I'm not going to be neutral. I'm going to pick a side. All right, first and foremost, we got the good news, which is the inflation is slowly falling down month after month. All right, we went from the highs of 3.4 in April all the way down to 2.4 in September. And the consensus, or what they're expecting, is for an uptick in the inflation report at 2.6. All right, now I'm thinking that it's gonna come out at 2.4. All right, I don't think we're gonna see an uptick because of the way the overall market is looking. Like if market makers really wanted to to cause a massive sell-off, they would have had that forecast right here at 2.4 or even 2.3, and then if we see something like 2.5, then we see a massive dump in the market. All right, but they're looking like it seems a bit conservative to me, and I think the inflation report is gonna be 2.4 again, and then maybe next month we might see something a little bit high. But that's my thoughts on it. All right, I'm picking the bullish side for this video. I'm not staying in the middle. Definitely not staying in the middle. And I could be wrong tomorrow. We'll see. All right, and that's what makes things a bit entertaining, a bit fun. So we're going back here. Now, looking at this with the NASDAQ, I'm going to clean up the whole chart. There is a structure on there. It is quite bullish, and I think it's going to play out regardless of the reaction tomorrow. There's just a ascending triangle on the NASDAQ. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but it's been here. It broke out on election day. All right. And usually with this, the price target is very high. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to say 21,000 and like 800 by the end of the week. Okay. But the price target is supposed to be really, really, really high. We're going to take things day by day. So I am bullish on this one. Worst case scenario, let's just say I'm wrong. And then the inflation report comes out at like 2.8 or 2.9. And then the market tanks. Worst case scenario is that the SPY and the QQQ opens down here, and immediately out the gates, buyers step in, and we form a massive bullish engulfing candle as a setup for the next few days. All right. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, we just see a massive gap up, which obviously is the best case scenario for the bulls. All right. Now, the first stock, or I would say the stock that I think is about to go insane tomorrow, that stock is Chipotle Mexican Grill. Now this one is quite strong. All right, if you look at the history of the stock, bullish history, it dips all the way down to the 200 SMA. Long-term investors love it, and then buy this thing all the way up. All right, so right now what we're seeing at this very moment, there's another phase like this after the drop. And this is the drop that I'm talking about. And this is the phase that I'm talking about right here. Obviously, it's a little bit more slanted upwards, but it's still on that 9 SMA, on that 200 SMA that's acting as supports. All right. And I think right now is the part where we start to leave it behind for the next few days. I'm sure long-term investors are loving this price action right now. I'm sure. But for the sake of this video, there is a structure on there, and it's on the 1 hour. All right. It is. Oh. Okay. There's. there's two ways for me to draw this. The first one has a flaw, and then the next one, which I literally just realized, isn't so bad. So the first way that I've seen it before is this. There's an ascending triangle on the chart right here, and the flaws are right here. I don't like anything above that line until the day of the breakout. I hate seeing these. These are fake outs. Like, you know, you think it's gonna break out, but it doesn't, and then you think it's gonna break out and it doesn't. Like, this is annoying stuff. I don't like seeing this in any of the ascending triangles that I like to trade. All right, even QQQ, the Nasdaq, don't have it. If we go over here, we're not seeing anything like these, and they drop right here. We're not seeing that. Even this one stayed underneath, right? We're not seeing that kind of a price action. But with Chipotle Mexican Grill, we're seeing that. But that's all right, because sometimes that occurs, and the play still, like, the pattern still plays out. And with this one, watch it for a long, all the way up to 62. Now, the reason why I took a pause, or I took a moment, is because I realized something. If I just connect the lines from here, then it doesn't look so terrible, right? It actually looks decent. Wait, the ascending triangle like that. That one doesn't have a flaw. That's what I literally just realized. But either way, price target is still the same. All right, watch this one for a move upwards to 62, maybe even 63 bucks. Now, the next one that we're going to look at is Microsoft. All right, now I want to share Microsoft with y'all because it's trying to recover as well. When you compare this large with this huge market cap stock, when you compare that with the Nasdaq, this one is lagging by a lot. Like, the Nasdaq is all the way up here, and yet Microsoft is all the way down here. All right, there is a lot of room to go, and I think that this might actually start after the CPI report. There is a structure on the 1 hour. Not my favorite, but it is there. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely there. And it kind of just got out at like at noon actually. So we might see a continuation above this level of resistance. There are short sellers right here. Once they get taken out, then we have a clear opening for a move up to 435. So keep Microsoft in your watch list for that kind of move. All right, regardless of what happened with the CPI report and the reaction to that. Now let's do I'm gonna answer somebody's question. Somebody asked about GME and what I think about it before we talk about other good stuff. With GME, like, the reason why it ran so hard is because it had a structure on the 4 hour. It had this right there. All right, and y'all, this is literally all I look for and all I want to trade, and this is it. So there's a bullish pennant. There's a breakout that happened like 2 weeks ago. It took its sweet time, and then it formed another one, but on the 1 hour time frame right here, which led to the secondary move. And the entry for that secondary move would have been right here. All right, so this is done. After this, like, this is not the part where you want to be greedy. 27 was where you were supposed to get out. After this, I think it's just gonna fade right back down and trade at like $22 and $20 where it belongs. All right, I'm not I'm bullish on it at all, and I'm sure anybody who bought calls right here in the low 20s, they're the ones who are getting out right now. They're leaving the stock. All right, and they're waiting for new structures, as they should. Now, the other stock that we're gonna look at, we're gonna do an update. Yeah, 2 days ago on Sunday, I mentioned Hood, and Hood was generous to swing traders. The stock, but the whole move just happened overnight. All right, there was some money to be made up here, out the gates, but that was pretty much it. But it went to where I thought it was going to go, 33 bucks. This is not the place where you want to be super greedy. You want to wait for a new structure to form. All right, now The next one that we're going to look at is Mara, which was a bit generous, I think. Maybe not so much. Mara also jumped all the way up to 22, and then it over exceeded expectations and went beyond the pre-market high and went up to like 25 bucks. So congrats to anybody who made money on that one. All right, now the last stock for today's video, that stock is CrowdStrike. And CrowdStrike, that one had a nice opportunity for day traders, especially after the breakout of this bullish pennant right here for the gap fill at 342. So if you made money on any one of these three that I mentioned, congratulations. I think it's gonna continue to go higher again. Yeah, I don't think it's done yet. The 4 hour is still bullish. And also we got Cyber reporting earnings tomorrow morning. All right, and with Cyber, it's all price discovery at this point. It's near, let me see, is it at all-time highs? Yeah, it is near all-time highs, or it is at all-time highs in after hours right now. It's at 309. So if the reaction is positive, expect all of these cybersecurity stocks to pump. Like I'm talking about like a CrowdStrike, I'm talking about Snow, obviously Cyber, then also Zscaler, that one. Yeah, so that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Central Time, so definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you get all of this information in real time as I see them, along with the details of the contracts that I buy, and most importantly, the reason why I take the trades that I take to begin with. That way you get to learn along the way. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow my social media at Paul Nguma, the Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stuff with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.